Howdy, everyone. It's... I assume Thursday. What happened? Dusty Lycan has just subscribed. Thank you very much. Thank you to everyone over on Twitch. Hello, hello. How is everyone doing? We're having a good time. I am all over the gaff at the moment. Oh dear, I've got chat over there. That's where chat needs to be, probably. Cozy over the 11 months of recent promo. Thank you very much. You bought all the Centurions in time.
It was
and how
me.
could you?
I bought all the Centurions in Japan despite not being there.
How very dare you. Thank you for the resub though, thank you very much. Sort out Twitch. I need to sort my life out. There we go. Hello. I cannot post my friend's pile of shame that I'm paying currently reasonable, so don't know if it qualifies for my show. Exclamation pile of, I think it's called exclamation pile of shame. Maybe it's exclamation reviews. One of those commands will tell you what's going on. So today, once we actually get into the stream properly, starting sometime around 7, let people kind of stroll in. We'll be finishing off the piles of shame that I meant to do before Japan, but of course my computer crashed. Well, it was my internet that crashed like all evening and then like all the next day. I don't know what happened. And it then only was on my computer, nothing else, so something really went bad. But we're going to do that. And then we're going to hopefully get them all done. So that I'll reopen Pile of Shames. We'll be able to submit new ones too, because these are all from like September. And I'm sure things have updated. Centurion painting stream went. I painted all my Centurions, so... there'll be other painting streams at some point. And building streams. There's a lot to do. Eventually. I'm still trying to get back into it. I'm still trying to work out how to be a YouTuber again. It's taken a little while. I'm still ill, which is annoying. Eligible for 13 months. Thank you very much.
Hello, Paul.
Hello.
It's been over a year. I have to say, money well spent. Just one question. When will you do completed minis? You are around 2 years back.
Thank you for the 13 months. I will... That's louder than normal in my ear. Maybe it's not on the stream.
Clang. No shame for me. I sold my pile a few years ago and I definitely don't have a new one. No, sir. Honest.
Suspicious. Thank you very much for the super chat. Honestly, I think with the painted ones, I need to find a way of doing that because the last time I actually did a stream of it was almost a year ago. I'm so far behind, it's not even funny. Like, I have no idea. I might have to... It's very much on the... I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But thank you for the super chat. Oh, thank you for the membership. Thank you for the super chat.
Is it the pile of shade or is it more the pile of cringe?
Pile of shade or pile of cringe? I guess for me, it's giving you... I'm giving you shade, right? So it's pile of shade. So probably that. Audience said if you do the reaction to his reaction, he'll totally react to that too. Also, we'll do a reaction chain. Yeah, there's a few, because I think Millwell's done a couple of reacts as well. I'll probably do that at some point. Do the reactions to the reactions. Yeah. Yes. Any tips on building the Stormraven, Paul? Stormraven wasn't too bad, to be honest. You have to really make sure it is like properly closed together. And the door at the back, it says you don't need glue, but just glue that shit shut. It doesn't hang on. What's my opinion on 11th edition? From what I've seen, it looks pretty good. What I've seen and heard, I'm excited. Being you at South Coast, GT didn't come over as we're doing a deployment. Oh, you could have. You knew where I was, but thank you for finding me and then doing nothing about it. How did I get on overall? I went 1 and 4 with the 36 Centurions. Did you go to the tournament on Saturday at Warhammer World? No, I went to a different tournament. I was doing the 36 Centurions. That video, I have recorded the audio for, so that should be out next week. It's not a particularly long video for a tournament review, because there's honestly not much to talk about when you play 36 Centurions. This video will drop dramatically if Centurions are replaced by Millenniurians. Yeah, definitely. But I have a pile of shame, I'm not a 40k player. I think you're just, you're very money conscious and smart. So no, you can't be a 40k player. It was Guard I did also beat Guard, yeah. But also, it was Purge the Foe. Which, if you don't play the game, Purge the Foe is basically, you don't have to worry about holding objectives. It's fine, just kill people. I had to watch the April Fool's video twice. Fortunately, I avoided spoilers the first time. Yeah, all those spoilers of the Kyoto floor. And did we Kroot carnivals? Hell yeah. Kroot fans out there, I'm sure there's dozens of you. Kroot actually won South Coast Super Major. I think his name's Ross Tully. Has been on an absolute tear with that Kroot jail list, which looks absolutely just abysmal to play against. Oh dear. No, I've still not played against any town myself. There was one of the top table games, I think in round 4, was that Kroot jail list versus another town list with a Townar, which is a very cool list. And it seemed like that would be a fun game. Yeah, I've yet to play against Tau. I think in this tournament, I don't think there were any Tau players really in the kind of the bottom area. I think most of them were near the top. I don't know. They weren't in my area, at least, that's for sure. I'm bad. Going 1-4 taking an absolute meme list is not a bad result. Gotta be proud of that. To be fair, I was not expecting to get a win. After the first game, I was like, this thing can do nothing. I think Purge the Foe was the only one I could possibly win. And I barely won. I got lucky, to be honest. I'm making my town bright pink with little cats on it. Hell yeah. Town Nyan. There's a joke in there somewhere. Construct it yourself. I'd not be able to make the joke for you. Can't believe I forgot to send my pile of shame again. Don't worry, it's not been reopened. It will reopen hopefully after this stream today. Got like 200 Space Marines coming from eBay. How should I paint them? Quickly, I guess it says 200. Jesus. Still big brain thing about Tau? Honestly, I think Tau would be good. Tau cool. Because you can go between either Tau or go Cruise if you know. I played Kroot Jail round 1 was horrific, 1 for overall with 30 Votan Terminators. Nice. Oh, the 30 Votan Terminators. It's a good list. I think Votan Terminators are good. Yeah, Kroot Jail is horrific. Think Pete Turbo will come out? Maybe. I don't know. Meow now, there you go.
I posted my entire Warhammer journey that started over 1.5 years. The moment you will get to my first mini, I will probably finish 5k worth of guard. Probably,
yes. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of that. Because when I remember when we were doing it before, the like finished models like reviews or whatever. It's like, oh look, here's the point where like Scaventide came out. I was like, ah yes, here's why everyone was Scaventide. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, anyone who is like going, oh no, I'm too late to upload a pile. Don't worry, I've not reopened submissions, so you don't have to worry about that. I will eventually, I think, hopefully after today's stream, I'll be reopen submissions because there's only a couple of pages worth to do, and hopefully it won't crash again. What is YouTube doing? Because some people's messages have like a little weird symbol next to it, and it like you hover over it and it's a completely different message. Is that like an auto-translate thing that's just absolutely not working? I don't know. Is that kind of stream officially dead, or is there any chance your review completed again? For now, I don't know. I think it's probably dead for now, and if I continue it, it'll have to be like from. I'll have to come up with a different way of getting people to submit, so it's not like so much. I think one of the problems was like it was like trying to get through everyone's stuff. But if I do a stream of it, the backlog, I get more on the back end than I've actually got through in a day. And I want to kind of give more attention to those things. So it might have to be like I do a, similar with the Pile of Shame, I open it briefly and go put your best mini forward. And then the completed stuff is just there for the general chatter, for people to put their stuff in as part of the community, and then for streams it'll be a different thing. That's probably how it'll work. Because yeah, it's just especially now there's like over 5,000 people in there, right? And what ideas how to differentiate Red Tau from Farsight? Farsight has the big sword. I also do, because people have been asking as well, I also want to do streams where people submit lists. That might be something I do for 11th. Like as 11th comes out, like submit your like initial list and see what people come up with. That might be more fun. Are you ever going to try Mesbook? I've played Mesbook a couple of times. I need to try it again. Because I've only ever played it in like when it's been like 2v2. So I've not really had a full understanding of like the game flow. Like obviously something's happening over one side, I'm kind of doing my own thing over another, and not really understanding like the macro of the whole thing. Space Marine 2, yes. But actually, yeah, someone's brought up like Horus Heresy list. It would be funny for people to submit lists for games I don't know, and I'd be just like, yeah, sure. That'd be quite funny. Do a Paul Hammer collab? I've reached out to the Paul Hammer guys. They are very busy. Which is understandable. I think basically there's a lot of kind of like collab stuff happening in the background every so often. Everyone's just very busy. So, and imagine if you've ever tried to like arrange a D&D game or even just a game of Warhammer between adults and how difficult that is. Now imagine that over different time zones with other people also trying to do their own YouTube thing. Yeah. Those people are joining. Yeah, that's going to happen. That is going to happen. At some point, Discord is going to say there's a problem and we're being spammed, but hopefully a mod's around to fix it. What was I talking about before that? I've lost the plot. Oh yeah, lists and something else people were asking about. I can't remember. I had to pause your stream to watch the trailer for the new Street Fighter movie. Nice. Hope that someone gets cheaper points 11th. It said, hey, 800 points too many. It should cost 0. With the new plunging fire rule, Stompers get better, to be fair. Oh yeah, all the collab stuff. Would you ever do it for the 5th edition? I wouldn't submit a list for an edition I've basically decided to give up on. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's the thing, right? Like, oh yeah, I'll get into Age of Sigmar 4th edition. It's been 2 years and I still haven't done it, so I have to wait for 5th now. Even then, I don't know. It might be one of those ones I'm just like, it didn't work for 4th, it didn't work for 3rd, didn't work for 4th. I'll have to, again, we'll see what happens by the time it gets to that time. I do want to try more Age of Sigmar. I don't ever want to try more Spearhead. Spearhead was fun. Hello from work. Well, hello from my also work, I guess. When multiple commits to people want to play a specific TTRPG for months, we haven't even managed to make time for captures. Exactly right. But I've been doing a few collabs. Obviously, like before we went away, I was on Law Crimes podcast. Did that the Jeopardy game on Ash Reveals. I had another. I think I've got another. I think the Blood Bowl. The Blood Bowl's coming back at some point. I have that back. I think next week. I think we're doing the recording. We've got a couple of little things here and there. Neil the Dragon, thank you very much.
Good afternoon, Paul from across the pond.
Hello, thank you for the 5-month membership. We start getting some Blood Angels. Who pleased to hear him. My thought is, I could get some Centurions. Centurions and Blood Angels are actually quite good. I'd think. If you find a way to deliver them, they're actually not too bad. Like, Spearhead was a lot of fun for the 2 games I played, but yeah, it's just been a lot. Will you reject Crusade and accept Quar and reject 40k and press Bolt Charger? No, probably not. I mean, I don't have Crusade or Quar. And 40k is fun. I enjoy 40k. I'm not really interested in Bolt Action. Or like Conflict 47, all those kind of historic ones. It's just not my bag. You're so close to winning Jeopardy only. Yeah, I only had the worst score. I mean, only 2 episodes. But I still have the worst score at like minus 79,000, whatever it was. The problem, I want to buy and play 40k, but I'm buying a house. But if you're able to buy a house, then you're probably not too far away from being able to then buy 40k and fill your house with said 40k. I paint any models this year? Yeah, I painted 18 Centurions and an Ancient. And maybe some other stuff. I'm sure I painted some other stuff at the beginning of the year, didn't I? Maybe. I painted at least 19 models. I could have painted more. Let me scroll through my phone. If I painted anything else. I'm sure I painted some stuff early on in the year. Again, for a tournament, right? 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 Wrong. No, it's just the 18 Centurions that I've painted. Whoops. I mean, that's 18 Centurions and an Ancient. That's not that bad. That's something. I've not been enjoying painting, though, that's the thing. I've really not been enjoying it. Fritters, 17 months. Oh my good lord. The boy Fritters.
Finished 20 blood claws yesterday, ready for the WHWGT this weekend. Going to see how moving 60 BC is in prep for the 120 BC list for LGT.
Hell
Rolling
yeah.
on the floor laughing emoji.
Ah, rolling on the floor laughing emoji, yeah. 120 blood claws is going to be hilarious. Are you interested in getting the Armageddon box? Yeah, I'll definitely get the 11th edition box, for sure. The fact that Paul has a pile of shame consisting of posted piles of shame is a pile section. Exactly. I have piles of shame with other people's piles of shame. I gather them together like a sort of dragon of shame. But 11th edition getting Orc Army. I have the where is it? The Beast Snagger box from 9th still somewhere. So that plus what you get in the Armageddon box, it's a fair amount of Orc Army already. And I have all the Necrons as well to work on. I've got a lot to work on. Yeah, I've not been enjoying painting because I've been doing it specifically for like tournaments rushed. I've not been able to take my time with it, but also I don't want to take my time with it because I don't find that much enjoyment from it at the moment, if that makes sense. So I think I need to like have some goals with it. Not just like paint for necessity, because painting for necessity is the thing that's going to kill the motivation. Is a big pile of shame the mark of true Warhammer layout, or does lacking a pile of shame show true mastery? I think both. I think there's you either have a big pile of shame or none. There's no middle ground, and anyone who says otherwise is lying to you. Because you've only been paying Centurions. True. I don't have to pay any more Centurions, which is fine. I did get all the 36 painted, yes. You want to get painted, but you don't want to feel forced paint. Exactly, right? And my problem is I also don't ever feel like just going, oh, you know, I want to do a bit of painting. So I kind of have to force myself to do it. And around all the other stuff, it's a bit like, ugh. I find it like getting an airbrush to change your own paint, get the annoying parts done quick and easy. I don't know what I don't think I think for bigger models it's fine, the airbrush, but I haven't really, outside of like base coating, I've not really been able to use it on anything smaller yet. I need to practice with it. I also kind of need the space for it. I've got a little bit of space, but it's a bit cramped in this room now. I don't know. If I'm gonna get it out. I sometimes build a Stormraven. I think I answered building Stormraven. Stormraven is fine to build. Just glue the door shut. Don't listen to the instructions. The door is not going to hang there on its own. How to paint really good tech marine like yours? You need to speak to not me. But good, you got me. Probably. I mean, it's easy to attempt to spend time on video games, a few hours over time. Exactly right. I foolishly got into Slay the Spire 2, which was a real big mistake. I did also buy the I got it from Element Games, the box with the 2 Repexes and 2 Dreadnoughts. I mean, goddamn, that was like 135 quid. And a Repex, like, normally is like 70 something, so ridiculous. It's not so much the space for the equipment, it's kind of the space for me to actually like maneuver, just because of where I've kind of set stuff up. This isn't exactly the most conveniently shaped and laid out room. I could fix it, but I'm lazy. A 500+ hours in Blatcher, that's a lot. To be fair, I've probably got a lot of Blatcher on my phone. I did a lot of Blatcher in Japan when, like, on trains and stuff. Still trying to get all gold stakes. Are Centurions the only correct unit to play? You should have some Centurions, but don't play 36. You'll find out next Friday, I think, is have the video released, about why 36 Centurions is not a good idea. I think with the tabletop stronghold guy, I think he should make army themed shells. The thing with that, because I had a conversation with someone at South Coast about a different like thing. Kind of similar vein. Obviously, having army-based decals will be flying in the face of copyright. You have to be pretty careful. Centurions not being a good idea. Are you feeling gay? Centurions are a good idea. Centurions of too many is a bad idea. Biggest pile of unpainted models I've ever had is all Irons alternate units. Spearhead. Oh yeah, I've got the Seraphon Spearhead as well, actually. I should probably sort that out. Well, now painted, I just hold off buying until I have nothing to paint and enjoy painting the building. That's the thing, is because I have so many different projects ongoing, and for this, like, channel, I need, like, a lot of different things. I kind of buy them in preparation for future projects, and then the kind of other projects get involved. Very difficult. Favorite model other than the Centurion? I don't know, actually. I think some of the Destroyers really cool. The Night Lancer's fun. Anyway, I've been yapping for, like, far too long, and there's actually people... There's a lot of people here viewing. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. We should look at some piles of shame, should we not? I mean, it's up to you guys. You guys want to look at piles of shame? Say yes or no in chat. Can you please wait another hour? I'm still at work. Well, if you're typing, then you're obviously not too bothered about your work. 3,000 Thunderbolts, or probably Magnus. Magnus or the Muthalith. Although I really like the Defiler. That was great. Yeah, that dude who goes on Reddit is like, my friend quit game before armies. That's you. Nice. Couldn't be me. You're looped up. Wow.
Please.
Please. Okay. Well, there you go. Supposed to meet you at South Coast, so I didn't recognize you, but thanks for coming on display. No, no worries. Oh yeah. Thanks very much. That was a funny interaction. Do you mind if I tell that story? Because that was quite a funny interaction. Oh dear. Oh, I had an interaction in Japan actually. I may have told this one on my last stream. I went to the Tokyo Warhammer cafe, and the person working there came up and was like, "Do you play?" And I was like, "Yes, I play." So, "Oh, what do you play?" I play Raven Guard. And I said, "I play Raven Guard with lots of Centurions." And he goes, "Oh, there's a guy on YouTube who does that." And I go, "Yeah, that's me." He goes like, "Whoa!" Very funny. You gonna play your Sun soon? Probably not till 11th at this point. I didn't get any of the theme drinks, no. Go for it. Okay, so official Pixel 24 was playing against JP. It was the last round, I think. And after my game, I went over and was like, "Oh, you know how JP, how'd the game go?" And they'd just finished up, so I got chatting to official Pixel. And I then showed JP what happened in round 5, where I basically got 12 Centurions on the center objective. And I showed JP the phone, and I showed official Pixel. I was like, "Oh, they the Scream Ravens." I went, "Oh yeah, they are." And he went, "Oh, you must have played against Paulus Ballerstuff." And I went, "I am Paulus Ballerstuff." JP was like, "Do you not recognize him by his voice?" And official Pixel said, "No, I didn't." And it was fair because my voice was completely shot and did not sound anything like my YouTuber voice. It was like down here, a bit like this, so it's a lot more difficult. But it was very funny. You're up in the upper echelons of stories of people meeting people at events up there with the guy, I've got your name, I do apologize, who was like, saw my objective markers and was like, "Oh, are you a fan of Paulus Ballerstuff?" And then just looked at me and went, "You are Paulus Ballerstuff, aren't you?" And I went, "Yeah." But I wouldn't expect you to meet you in Japan. Fair. That's fair. Oh, also, someone else, Lewis. I apologize because I know some people say Lewis wrong, different depending on how to spell. Is he like, I think it's either Lewis or Luis, and I apologize if I say your name wrong. I met him last year at South Coast. He had my objective markers, which is great. It's very funny. Live in Indonesia. It's 1 a.m. in your country. Wow. What's the Tony Hawk of Warhammer? True. Because obviously it's like, I'm a bald-bearded guy. That's like everyone else. Everyone else is a bald-bearded guy. Make Paulus Ballerstuff brain footprints. I am looking into that. Oh, I did, speaking of, you should all go, not for any financial reason, but you should go to paulusballerstuff.shop and look at my, I've changed the objective markers. They're no longer, I've changed the title and the description to reflect the changes in 11th. Did I go to Adepticon? I did not go to Adepticon because I was in Japan. I was watching the Adepticon stream on a boat to Miyajima. I'm going to cope with the lack of objectives by changing what they are and calling them anything else. Anyway, we were doing a thing. I apologize. I got distracted again. Why am I just announced a new model 19 minutes ago? Did they? What was it? Let me know. Anyway, yes. We're doing a thing. I need to remember which one it is. I think it's this one. Yes, you'll see this down here, and I apologize. You'll see the welcome to Paula's ballot stuff. It's just the cropping for the pictures. I feel like this should be better though. I don't. The blackboard is fine, I guess. We'll work it out. I'm also kind of falling off the screen. There we go. That might be too far though. But right. The new Weird Boy. Didn't they announce that a while ago? New Weird Boy. He's very cool. But we managed to beat the previous James today. That's what we're hoping to do. That's the part where I send a message to be blocked out by 17 YouTube messages. That's the thing, is I have them split on my end, but they're combined on stream. Just for ease of use. Right. Just gonna a little bit of a turn down. It's time for more piles of shame from a long time ago, like over 6 months ago. Hopefully, we can get through the remaining ones here, and then I will reopen for new piles of shame, updates, etc., etc. So even if you've submitted before, you can submit again. And then at some point, I'll close it again, get through those, and we'll cycle it like that. And I'll probably start doing, like, different ones, so there's always, like, different things for people in the community to submit to. But without further ado, let's get into it. What's my favourite Primarch? Probably Magnus or Corvus, because they're the armies I play. Aglavol with 5 gifted memberships. Car. Thank you very, very much. Oh yeah, also yeah, all that stuff, liking and like the stream and subscribe and all that stuff, because I require money and super chats because I haven't done anything with the channel for a month, so the money hasn't been there. Turns out if you don't do the work, you don't get the money, but that's why I'm just like badgering you now. Because I am, as Crowbar asked, I am full-time content creator. Right, anyway. Ave, or Ave, probably Ave. My current setup, after about 2.5 years of Warhammer, I started with the Krieg, but my collection now contains about 2,200 points of Sisters, 1,500 points of Krieg, as well as the Orc Commandos, and the small 9th edition box set. Most of the Sisters are unpainted, because I got the whole army at once. Discount was just too good to pass up. Financial, you see? That is certainly a picture. Ow. Mine, I don't.
Ye all right.
Thank you very much for the $10 super chat. And yes, you want to also put loud noises in everyone's ears. Now you know how to do it. Yeah, so we've got some. What's going on back here? I see Mario, and that's like that's an army painter wet palette. What are you hiding? What are you hiding? This is a under a bunk bed situation. I used to always want to do that when I was a kid. We had bunk beds as a kid, but it was bunk beds, not like the desk underneath. I always thought this was whatever. It seems like quite a high bunk bed, right? There's quite a lot of shelf here. Alright, let's have a look. So far, nothing untowards. Razor King with the $2. Thank you very much.
Happy to say I've finished much of my shame pile.
Hell yeah. Right. An airbrush? I can't quite tell. This is like an arm. Oh no, this is just like an arm with like clips on it. This looks dusty, but could also be the picture. It doesn't look too dusty. I mean, there's a little bit of dust. Again, Paul is mostly judging your dustiness, but this one's actually not too bad. So far, not too shabby. Well, there was an older, pretty old school book up here. That's cool. What else we got? You can press it down there. You lose cables, and that's a model, I think. That's like a character pack. High-tech shelf balancing solution. right there, just some bits of wood. And be careful of that. That's just a straight up razor blade. There's your airbrush there. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Well, is a soldering iron holder. Ah, makes sense. Makes sense. The view of the desk. Your phone. I didn't notice that. Your phone is hanging over the edge. You know, just watch out. There's some Krieg. We got a. So this is what happens if you get the right dice rolls and you clip through the battlefield. You can actually get a slight bonus, and it takes about 0.3 seconds off each turn if you clip your Bane Blade into the shelf. I assume that these are replaceable parts, but also very funny. Horses, Demon Death Rider horses. Very nice. Bit more of his. This is all the sisters you got like in bulk. Very cool. I have some sisters somewhere I should probably sort out at some point. But otherwise, I guess this is for privacy, like to block out people coming in, maybe? I don't know. Interesting. Not too bad. Not too much there, as in terms of like not overly much. The stuff you got there is pretty cool. And it's relatively neat. Thank you for submitting. Judge, my opponent is claiming the tank is a land shark. Fair. What did he take the pic with if his phone is there? True. They don't remember the that picture, like the ever continuing picture of the guy who took a photo of his tattoos that were on his wrist, and someone was like, "How do you take that photo?" So he showed. It's like, "Well, how do you take that photo?" Then and it kind of continued like 4 or 5 layers down. Classic post. Benedict Laviani? Probably Laverne. Laverny? I don't know. 2-ish months into the hobby, but this was like 7 months ago. I only have a couple of small models in my pile of shame, having recently finished my first big model after only doing the starter sets and a few extra Marines. Also included are my other countless collections, including Gunpla, Star Trek, and dinosaurs. Apologies for the bad picture quality. Nice shirt, by the way. That's a cool shirt. I like that shirt. Lots of red. Red paint, red hair. Nice red drink. Cool model there. That is very cool. It's slightly off the screen when I zoom in, so that's unfortunate. This is Gundams. Got so yeah, this is cool. Nicely painted. Got some Gundams. Some Lego. Is that Lego? That's Lego-ish. Lego-esque. Very nice. We have a dinosaur on the arm of a chair. Interesting. Optimus Prime. What is this? An anime. Some sort of anime paper. No idea what that's about. But seems to be some sort of weird glyphs of some description. Probably reading that as cursed me in some way. But who knows? Ooh, that's a lot of Gundam. Hell yeah. I did buy some Gundam from Japan. I bought some cool stuff. I have this one. I need to get I need to get like these, whatever you call it, display mounts at some point. Oh, even more. Hell yeah. So yeah, more and more Gunpla with some paints up here as well. The Hive Tyrant. I'm getting the feeling, like, based on the dinosaurs plus the Gunpla, yeah, like Tyranids and Taus, like a combination of Tyranids and Tau would be perfect for you. Cool ones here. They're really good. And here, like the Star Trek flyers as well. Got some anime over here. Can't quite see it on the screen, but it's over here. I'm trying to see what books you're into. Record of Ragnarok. Don't know what that is. And a bunch of Star Trek stuff. Very nice. Then a final shot. Nice close image. Ooh, what happened to this guy? Oh dear. I like how you've gone Ultramarine, 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 and then this guy's half Ultramarine, half Black Templar, and then these two are Black Templar. And then Red Ultramarine. Very nice. Series are really good as well. Really nicely done. And then some money. Some British money. Kevin O'Connor, thank you.
Have you ever thought of making a Captain Acheron Centurion?
Captain Acheron Centurion? I don't know about Captain Acheron specifically, but I have thought about making a Centurion Captain. At some point. Yeah, thank you very much for your submission. All right, here we go. Dingle nut. Dude, this one is taking so long. I see. I don't know how to help you with that one. That's the only picture. The numbers. What do the numbers mean? Thank you. Liam the Lime Emperor. Just moved into my first apartment, so I'm able to finally set up a workstation as well as display some of the armies I've collected over the past 8 months being in the hobby. I've also been able to start a bits library from the constant sprues my friends have been feeding me. Oh, now that's a nice setup. We like that. That's a very nice setup. I need to get one of these. I have a cardboard box, but something like this, which is a bit more compact, would be really useful for me. Bit unfortunate that you've kind of blocked this window out with this desk, but you've got your 3D print. Now, say that, obviously, you've got 3D printer here, and your airbrush here, and I can... Oh, there is a window over here as well, in this corner. So I'm guessing that that helps with ventilation, but yeah, that is fortunate. Celebrate. Stormcast, Seraphon, Zinch, Fantasy. Just generic Fantasy. A few models up there. A Tesseract, part of a Tesseract Vault, I think. All your drawers there. Very nice, very nice. And loads of different stuff up here. You got basically something from everything. Jesus. Nice paint storage, very cool. Yeah, you got all the different ways you can go with a nice chair there as well. Yeah, there are all the bits. Nicely labelled. Lots of nice Tupperware. Nice and neat. Hey, here we go. Here we go. We got Magnus up there. Got Mortarion up there. 3 Mutalith Vortex Beasts. One has no head. I like the one wing you've done on Magnus so far. One winged Angel over here. That's very cool. You got your Boy Dragon. That's going to be part of the Silent King. Got some big towels down here as well. Big towel on campus. Couple of orc dragsters. Then more orcs. I think some crew over there as well. More orcs. Oh, you got the big boys down here. The big boys coming in. 2 stompers. 2 stompers, Jeremy. And then 3 knights. I love the way you've done the knights. I love these orc knights, actually. Those are all these knights are very orcish. Like the checker pattern on that one, really good. And I love this like patchwork pastels, and then nice traditional one over here. Really cool stuff on the on that. You got 3 of this guy. You have a lot of triples of things, which I don't think you really need triples of, but who am I to judge? And then Bowser Jr. just hanging out over here. Can't quite see him. There he is. Yeah, let's have a nice closer look here. Yeah, they're really cool stompers. I love these orc knights. These Norks? Night orcs? I don't know. I don't know. Then over here, yep, more orcs. Oh, that one's cool. Looks like it's got like a knitted quilt. Very nice. Even more over here. Yeah, like you got 3 of the same character, and then 3 normal, I guess, like the smaller character on the squigs, and a squigoth as well. Full big squigs. And then down here, got the orc buggies and some Tau. Quite a lot of Tau as well, actually. And then it's Chaos on top. Yeah. Lots of Death Guard. Not much. That's a fancy model there. There's his face. And all 3 of their faces are off. That's probably smart for painting, to be fair. Because it is a pain in the arse to have to do that bit separately. We'll do that bit when it's not separate. So. Or even more. We didn't even see this stuff before. You got 2 massive Tyranids things there. A lot of little lads. You've got tons of Gene Stealer cults that are part painted. And then this is all like guard stuff that's probably also for Gene Stealer cults. You've got so much. Damn, man. There's all the empty sprues. They're not even all empty. You got a lot of there to clip. That's a nightmare. And also there may be your address on that, so we'll ignore that one. Thank you for your submission. Thank you very much. Zoom in on the DG real quick. I need to check something. Okay, one sec. Where was the Death Guard? Was that one? All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, that should be enough time for you to check whatever you needed to check. And if not, you can pause. Constantine, no message and 1 picture. It looks like we have the Saturnine box. With none of the Saturnine Terminators done, unless they're up here. No. Some what looks to be 3D printed cursors. No, Inceptors. And a book. And a shelf that's seen better days. But apart from that, not much to go on, but thank you very much for submitting. Phoenix Fighter. Well, time to throw my hat in the ring for the 2nd time, and since at the time I was just getting into Warhammer, the collection of Warhammer military models have grown. Its probably has grown over the last 7 months. First 2 picks are my current hobby setup. The 3rd is all of my unbuilt military models. The 4th is all of my unbuilt Warhammer models. 5th are all from built models, except honing. The rest are all my built Warhammer models. Okay, that's IKEA little drawers thing here. Very nice, very nice. Mint. Painting there, yeah. There's your glove. I feel like if these are like gloves for painting, they're disposable. I have a glove of that for my tablet, like when I do drawing. But it's slightly different. Anyway. There's a couple of little things on the floor here. Again, off screen when I zoom, but otherwise, not too bad. Yeah. Okay, so this is first picture is Hurry, 3rd is unbuilt military, and unbuilt Warhammers. This is all unbuilt military models in from various different brands. Okay, the unbuilt Warhammer's not that much, actually, to be fair. A Contempt Dreadnought and it's like a box of something? I don't actually know. And a few more bits of unbuilt stuff here. Here's all the built but unpainted. So yeah, lots of... That guy's just having a bad time. Yeah, looks like I got some... couple of Necrons in there. Are they Necrons? I swear I just saw Necrons. I might be lying to you, though. Maybe there aren't Necrons. Oh, there's one Necron there. Okay, I did see a Necron. Yeah. Tyranids, a couple of Death Guard things, Space Marines. Very nice. A couple of Impulsors. Very nice. Some of these old classic tree-looking things. Not too bad. Not as much. There's quite a lot of the military stuff, but that's not too bad to get sorted. So, to be fair, not too shabby. Got to use guard play considering all the military models. Maybe he's realised that military models go in the military zone, and then future time is for the cool stuff. I don't know. Yay, first stream. Welcome in. Welcome in. Right. Brush Battalion. I'm going to share the state of my hobby place. Keep in mind, I have to move everything rapidly to solve another issue in the original room. I have, like, 14 minis completed. Most of this is due to never working on my own minis, but working on other people's projects. Oh, also, feel free to roast me. I will use that to improve it. Okay, well, this was... If you haven't made any improvements past 7 months, here I am. Keyboard on the edge. Living on the edge. If you ever need to type 0, just... Oh boy, watch out for that and fling around. Lots of the... kind of epic levels, like epic scale stuff. There is just stuff everywhere. Dust needs a bit of dusting. Although I can't talk, I haven't dusted since I got back from Japan, so my place is a mess. I'm not showing my pile of shame. I get to criticize yours instead, so deal with it. Tiny Thunderhawk. Cluttered, but not terribly. Like, we've seen a lot worse, to be sure. Skylanders. What we got going on here? Checkerboard cake fan set. This looks like a toasty maker or something. And that, to be fair, because that is a stand mixer. Ghost Keel and some blade. Like, that guy is living dangerously on the edge. You're also doing... There's probably a reason you haven't painted that much. It's because you're painting Howling Griffins, which is insane. You're an insane person. You need to not do such things. Lego Stitch. Yeah, I mean, the painting you've done the Howling Griffins is excellent, but that's going to take you a long time. There's various other things that you've put in the cupboard to forget about. Classic. Dinosaur Crossing. Jurassic BK Watches. This is a weird picture. This bloody table. Oh, that's a funny table. I like that. Like one little weight down there. I'm not getting a sense of scale of this room. This could either be a lot or not much, depending on the scale of the room. Okay, that's changed the scale slightly. Maybe? I still can't quite tell. You got a lot of empty shelves up here and then stuff on the floor. Looks like you're kind of like part way through stuff. Like through setting up, especially if you have to move quick. And then there's like stuff hanging over. They got a lot of these little tables around. Yeah, there's a 3D printer. I don't know what the ventilation's like in this room, but be careful with that. Dinosaur and an axe. Dinosaur axe, dinosaur axe. Okay, so that's that table that we saw in the first picture, right near this. And there's not that many windows behind. Okay, this goes quite deep then. Also, there's a lot of space over here, so I'm... Alright, here's a... Let me have a look at this again. Okay, so there's quite a lot of natural light getting to this area. This is obviously a dark corner down here. Right? But... I feel like this area here would be perfect to painting, because it's got so much natural light. Maybe not, I don't know. I'm not a light expert. I... Still not...
What chocolate makes dark angels drunk? A lion bar.
A good one? I give you the 2 quid Ivy? I get it. If you don't get it, you should have a lion bar. Lion bars are delicious. This step here is diabolical, by the way. What is going on here? It's not even the carpet that's like the carpet's, you know, fairly, you know, it's kind of an old style carpet, but also the fact that it's like this little extra trip hazard step at the bottom. That can't be good. That can't be good for your health. I do like a lion bar. Lion bars are nice. Stub toe speedrun. Yeah, if you're walking down with anything, you have to be careful that you're not like suddenly taking a tumble at the bottom. Okay, so this is a different room. I guess it's in the basement. That's a nice setup, to be fair. You have a lot of little tables. You've got like this is like a little trolley, then got this little table here on top of all the other ones. I think that might be another one over there. Ooh, and the stuff you've painted is excellent stuff. That's a really good model there. Really nice. Yeah, the precision on this one here as well. This one's really, really good. Nice job. Really good painting stuff. I am struggling to understand the layout of this room and how it connects to this one. Oh, hang on. Ooh. So that there, leaning up against the wall, and this thing here is also in this picture. In a different place? No, because there's also that... Whoa, okay, there's more to... There's a door here somewhere. So this is a room with a door that then has this desk that then goes up the stairs round there, right? Is that the cupboard? Yeah, so that's the cupboard that's in this picture. Well, I don't know where that cupboard... That cupboard must be this cupboard. No, it can't be, right? What's the door? What's the door handle? No, that's a sliding door. And that's not a sliding door. This is like a liminal space. I can't quite piece together this room. It feels like there's 5 walls to the room, and that's confusing me, and I don't like it. Let's move on. Burnin' Laz. Hey, Paul, love the channel. Trying to convince my husband to buy me some insurance for my birthday. Please help. I assume your birthday was probably quite close to when you posted this. If not, Buy Centurions. Do it. If you didn't do it for the last birthday, do it for this birthday. I have Necrons, Grey Knights, Imperial Knights, double monitor setup, and larger desk. Andrew, husband, hubby, has Thousand Suns, Guard, Chaos Knights, and at least 3 factions somewhere. The compacted but crowded setup. Here is our setup in the office with dedicated paint desks and computer desks, and the living room is our current dining table setup. All things will be packed away and cleaned up for our coming inspections. Yay, apartment. So I assume it's probably all been packed away and then maybe got back out. I don't know. As someone who plays all Centurions, do you have any thoughts on Oops All Tyranid Warriors attachment? I think Oops All Tyranid Warriors attachment will actually do quite well, because Oops All Centurions does not. It doesn't have detachment for it. All right, let me parse what's going on here. Where do you sit? Or is this just like a... Because your paints, you got like a paint water here. Where does this go? Alright. Good lord. Wah. Wah. Dice for... Is that inside the computer? That's not where the dice should go. What else do you watch? What else have you been suggested? Some stuff. This guy with 63 views. Go on, JJ. I believe in you. Some bases on here. So you're watching my favorite show, which is just like fibers. So I guess you're painting here instead of on that other one. Okay, that's fine. Wait, did the landlord come over while you took this picture, which is why you were like, oh shit, and you started moving while taking this picture? Or do you just live in a blurry zone? Oh dear. Being used as GPU support? That is very funny. Yeah, I can't quite see. Oh, here we go. Here's a picture that I can actually make out. Undercoated, looks like Grey Knights. Very nice. Got some coinage. Very precarious controller. Alaric the Crimson King. Yeah, just a lot of precarious stuff. Like, that can just shift that until it's flush here. Put that in that space there. You know, just a few... And why do you insist on hurting me by having all of these, like, paint tidies, these 3D printed paint tidies, and then hanging them over edges? Why are you doing this to me? Why would you do this? Why would you do this to me and to yourself? But mostly to me. And various projects and parts, and how do you know which part goes where? Don't confuse that cup with anything else, Jesus. That's cool. The way you painted that, that's nice. Then this is a wall of board games for your board game table, I guess, to make out the correct space. Interesting. There's just quite a lot of stuff all over. I guess you've tied it up by this point, if you're having an inspection, but it is quite cluttered. And again, I can't say much based on how I'm living right now, but... Unopened Scourges. But a very good combo control there. But unopened Scourges. I think that's the first unopened I've seen today. Which is not too bad. I don't know, thank you very much for the submission. Hope you got your Centurions for the birthday. Where are they supposed to paint? I have no idea. Making a mental note to include my Ziploc bag of assorted paints lying on the floor in my pile of shame photo when I get to submitting one. Why don't you pick it up? Only lad, my painting and assembling setup, my tools and paints are in plastic containers behind me. Nice foot. You took one photo of your paint setup, but you put it this. You're just trying to sell your foot fetish OnlyFans. Come on now, have a bit of decorum. Rush Battalion, who was the person with the weird shaped room that we couldn't parse, couldn't include all images of backlog, but here. Ooh, here we go. Now we're cooking with gas. And Thunderhawk, Jesus. Looks like it's all mostly undercoated, like, I think it looks like it's been airbrushed. Most of the tanks as well. It looks cool. Oh, yes. Yes, that's why, because you're the Howling Griffins player who... Absolutely insane. Really nicely done on the Howling Griffins, to be fair. Like, can't take that away from you. A lot of... Are they... Rough Riders? I guess? Headless Rough Riders. Oh, yes, because there's the rest of the guard. These guys don't get to go on the table. They're on the floor. That's the Age of Sigmar stuff. They have to sit on the floor. So they are in nicely ranked formation. A different cupboard. Paints. This is a different room. Oh my god, there's actually quite a lot in there. Can we spot Centurions? That's the name of the game. The answer looks to be... no. Disgusting. Are there any in here? No, that's like Horus Heresy stuff. And that is Krieg, by the looks of it. Very nice. I'm going to cough. 1 second. Thank you very much for your submission. The Meepening. My Eldari, Space Marine, and Drukhari army. I have Tyranids as well, but they are outside on our wargaming table with my brother's orcs. Outside? Oh, very cool. 2 Wraith Knights. A lot of Harlequin bikes and stuff. That is a cool army. I love that colour scheme. Oh yeah, very nice. Very cool. Awesome stuff. I like how... hang on. You got a lot of Eldari. I like how your Drukhari offerings are a Void Raven Bomber and Lilith. Oh, and a Venom. Didn't forget Venom. Thank you very much for your submission. Sniper, I've done some Nurgle at all. I've done some Nurgle at all. I have like a pile of shame since 2019. I also love your videos, thank you, and your streams. And I want to start a Nurgle army, but I don't know if I can even work on the army because I'm at my last school year and I have a lot of exams ahead. Well, I hope your exams went well. Or are going to go well, I guess, this last school year. Very nice. Got some fruit. Nice dinner that you just... and two yogurts. There's the Nurgle stuff. Very nice. What could this possibly mean? I don't speak German. The grill? And I don't speak upside down, that's for sure. Turn that the right way up. Unbelievable. There's a little bit of guard there. A few... there's like Blood Knights as well. And some Necrons? Yes, Necron transfer sheet. Although I don't see any Necrons in there. I just see the transfer sheet. Again, this one here looks quite well painted. Or is that a model that... I can't... whatever this is... oh, wait, no, that's an amiibo, right? Isn't that Ganondorf? But it is well painted as an amiibo, but... I mean, this one you've painted. Don't haphazardly put your models in there. And look at this one. This one's also nice. Treat your models with respect. I don't even know what I'm looking at here. That's just a base. Just... oh, dear. Thank you very much for your submission. Only Lad is back with the Pile of Shame, which is this, which is... not too bad. Looks like it's all undercoated, at least. Very cool. Magic Theodore. My Shelf of Procrastination. Is that a shelf or a drawer? If this is a shelf, I feel like this is the back of the shelf and these are the 2 shelves. I assume this is a drawer. Oh, no, wait, you can see here. Because you shouldn't be climbing on the drawer. Might not see it on the stream, but there's the IKEA man not climbing on the drawers. So this must be a big drawer. Fair enough. That was the only image, so. I have that camera nerfed up back. Why do you need shooting? Also, watch on YouTube, short time watcher on Twitch. Hello, welcome in. It's a great pile of shame, a requirement to join the hobby. I'm about to buy my first model. It's not a requirement, but it is certainly a rite of passage. Tom the Space Chef. It is my setup and not much to share. Not much Warhammer, mostly Star Wars Legion, but I am looking to get my new 40k army, probably Orcs. A pic of Wesley the dog. We have our first pet of the day. Where do we submit our piles of shame? Nowhere yet, but I will hopefully be opening it soon, but it'll be on Discord. The, what channel is this? Shaman Hobby Setup Submissions. But it's not open yet. It's currently closed. Yes, Wesley the dog. We need to remember that name. That is a lot of paints. Goes very tall. I do like how you've painted something on top of each one so you can see what the color is like. That's smart. Very smart. Smart idea. Got two 3D printers. Ooh, and look at that. Cash money right there. Delicious cash money. Nom. Again, models just haphazardly chucked in little Tupperwares. Treat your models with respect. Two cups. 2 Cups Jones over here. And so much glue. My god, you got Tamir extra thin and you got the Revel stuff. Revel without a cause over here. Various, slightly over the edge. You can also see your little fingerprints here from lack of dusting. And a PS5. Is that an Xbox or was that just a box? I don't know. Ooh, wow, that's a lot of shelving. Lord, this is basically the same kind of shelving I have. Hello. Hello, friend. How's it going? Cool Star Wars stuff. That's really nicely painted over there. Star Wars. Yes, all Star Wars. It's all very cool. I like the ATSTs. And it... What the hell? What does it say? AI generated content? Is this dog even real? It looks real enough. I mean... Yeah, this is a real dog. I'm guessing it's AI, like they've done AI post-production something. But so everyone say hello to Wesley. Everyone has to say hello to Wesley before we move on. That is the rules in this channel. We say hello to all the pets before we move on. Everyone say hello, Wesley. He's a good boy. Look at his face. Dog face. We assume it is a real dog and not a fake dog. Despite the AI generated content down here. We assume it is a real dog. And Tom the Space Chef has not made a fake AI dog for clout. But who knows? Maybe that is the future we live in. Where people will submit AI generated pictures of pets to get me to stop the stream for them. Who knows? Who knows what world we live in? Thank you for your submission. Even AI dogs go to heaven. True. Raven. Pile of shame and setup stuff. That is a lot of Gundam. My goodness. So many Gundam. So little time. 5 gallons of all-purpose something. My goodness. That is Akali from League of Legends. That's a cool model. Cool 3D print. I see you got a nice paint setup in the background. We'll maybe have a look at that. Oh, you got a nice one of them folding out toolbox type things. Nice solution there. Very neat, very tidy, very nice. That'd freak me out. Especially because you stuck things in its head. Good lord. We got Samus up there. And oh, that's is that one of them nuke wizards or nuke witches from French Crusade, or is that just a different thing? I love the Samus though. Samus is really cool. You got, look at this vent. We see a vent. We see actual ventilation in a Paula's Ballot Stuff submission. It's crazy. We never see that. Another model here. A cat. A chainsawman. Imperial scale banana. Nice. Very cool. Very nice. Remove this widget, then try adding it again. Well, like you got the stuff to the side of it as well. Very neat and very well organized and thought out setup. I like that a lot. All the paints in here as well. Very nice. Very nicely set up. Lot of Gundam, but very cool. Squeaky ice cream. Grey shame. Nothing but white guilt itch. Could have phrased that in a different way, right? Yes. Wait. Flashbang out? Like, Jesus. You weren't kidding. I mean, the stuff you've done is good. Yeah, this is contrast paint heaven right here. Brigadero? Alright, if anyone wants a recipe for whatever this is, it's 15 grams of butter. You melt, then you add 397 grams of condensed milk, 30 grams of cocoa powder, low heat, stir 6 to 8 minutes until thick, pour onto greased plate, cool for 1 hour, make them. Anyone know what brigadeiros are? I don't know, but it sounds good. Give me a submission. Squidodactyl, what a name. Is Paul really bold, or is he just a pretender? I am bold. I have to shave my head because I guess I'm technically balding. I'm not like I have to shave my head to make sure, but like I have nothing on top. There is nothing up there. He just pretends to be bald for clout. No, it's true. Actually, I have a full head of hair. I shave it for the fact that I can't draw stick figures with hair, so I just shave my head instead. It's way easier. Hey, it's Denny. How's it going? Is there a prize for biggest grey pile of shame? If there is, it's been claimed, and I think the prize is just the knowledge that you have a lot of models. But does it shine? It is actually quite shiny sometimes. Anyway, Squidodactyl. Almost 1 year into the hobby, built around 2,000 points of Marines and Tyranids each. Plus a few others, barely painted. And with at least 10k of Death Guard, Knights, Tyranids, Marines, Necrons, and Animate currently combined, all unbuilt. Uh-oh. Article. 4 months. Thank you very much. I will take all your Bezos money. Gimme. Num. I need to get ready for uni, so I'm here. I'm afraid your head is shinier than my future. Oh, no. I'm sure your future's fine. Future's always bright. Big thanks to Paul for introducing to Gunpla in his videos. Now I have a Nemesis, Sky Defender, Thunderbolt 2, Asgard Lizard, both slots, all unbuilt, and several Gunpla lines mostly built. Okay. Hobby setup is a tiny desk with a DIY shelf. I'm constantly swap out what equipment I have on the shelf from the drawers beside it, depending on if I'm building or painting. Yeah, I guess you go hard or go home, I guess. That's all the Gunpla stuff. So I'm assuming this is probably all unbuilt, based on what you were saying. Like a lot of magazines here. Unopened Redemptor. Also unopened? I can't quite tell. That's definitely an unopened Redemptor. Classic old school case there, very nice with the red foam. Maybe it was an open Redemptor. I mean, it's broken now. Haphazardly in a bunch of Tupperware. This one. I don't like... This image scares me. This image has a few problems. Frigidaires are apparently squishy, chocolatey sweets that are from Brazil and covered in chocolatey sprinkles, so it doesn't stick to the cases in. Ooh, nice. This has implications, but this... What's going on here? Like, anime figurine, fine. The hammer. Also, this... When he said DIY shelf, I did not think he meant this level of DIY. I mean, fair play. That's cool, to be fair. Very innovative. The hammer would take that down in a second. I don't know what the hammer is for, and the hammer concerns me. All right, let's have a look over here. We have some plushes. And then Gundam and Waifu Gundam. And we got some... Hello. Hello there. Oh, it's that Albedo? Albedo? What's her name? I have a few of her figures now. The woman and I bought some figures from Japan, and a lot of them are from her, because every time we see her, it's like, damn, she's got a big old anime titties, so we bought a bunch. Good lord. We focused a lot on that figure pool. Hey, look. I'm a warm-blooded, beer freedom drinking man, alright? And she fit, alright? I don't know what else to tell you. There's also an Eevee in there with some pills. Jug juice. Oh yeah, you got your gamer sups. Anime drink. And then whatever this is down here. I actually don't know what that is. Oh, it's just gamer sups. Box or gamer fuel game. I don't know. Some sort of thing. And a hairdryer. Couldn't be me. Dressed as a bunny girl for some reason, which I don't remember from the show. Inaccurate. Have it destroyed. You don't want to see the ones I've got then. Oh boy. Never seen the show, and I don't intend to, but she is, what can I say? Cute. Then we got various more Gundam stuff there. Very nice indeed. I didn't know there was that much, like, unbuilt, but I guess he didn't show the unbuilt stuff. Hey ho. Mini acrylics. Going to be moving into my first home, wanting to put this up for shaming since I'll be changing setup when I move. Ooh, but by the chance the time you see this, you've already moved. I see pet beds where you would probably normally be sitting, but I'm all about it. That means there may be pets on the horizon. If there is not, unfortunate. Unopened. Oh, look at that. 5 unopened. Including a repulsor or a repex. No Centurions though. Shame. Laptop stand-up. That's what I could do with the other one. I could get a laptop on something like that. So I have a spare one of these. Because one of them has my tablet on it. My graphics tablet. Cool computer. Why is the computer on like a weird angle? That bothers me more than it should. I like the paint setup up here. That's very nice. Very nice indeed. Also down the hallways down here. That's interesting. Ooh, nice. Come around here. Well, this cool image up here. Another cool one here. Very nice. Doggo. 2 doggos. Unnamed doggos. But we have dogs. Everyone say hello to the unnamed dogs. The rest of this stuff doesn't matter. We have dogs. We also have a bin on the table, which I guess makes sense if you've got dogs. There you got your microphone, headphones. 2 very, very good dogs. We like them. We like them a lot. Ah, yes. Oh God. Okay. All right. All right. Hang on. Slow down. We may have a contender here for worst of the day. If a lot of this is open, let's have a look. That all looks open there. 2 big boxes there. At least they're of a similar. No, this is all sisters. This is all AdMech. This is like 200 points of AdMech right here. A lot of unopened stuff here. This also has the wrap on it. The stuff you painted, based on what I can see, it looks really nice. Just think you're playing white scars. I'm so sorry. Very nice. And then over here on this side, we have... God, just a lot. My God, is there a big box that you didn't get? Kroot Hunting Pack? Red Talons? Champions of Slanesh? 3 Forge Fiends? Okay, that's a lot. Yeah, the stuff you paint is really good, but there's a lot of stuff. You got Votan down here. Yeah, good luck moving. That's a lot to move. Looks like a Hawaii store, buddy. Yeah, this ain't that bad. We've had one that literally is a hobby store. All of this tower isn't open though. Okay, this is the same shelf, different angle, just to kind of get a better view. Yeah, this is gonna be. I'm not gonna count all the unopened ones, but that's gotta be at least 30 or 40 unopened boxes there. Jesus. But again, the stuff you painted is really good. There's another angle here. We can kind of see the paint stuff a bit better. Now, are there Centurions? The answer is going to shock you. No. Oh, that's a lot of Necrons as well. Good lord. Good lord. That's a big one. That's a big one. And he didn't even tell us the names of the dogs. Absolute state. To this day, I'll never understand the purchasing habits of some people in this hobby. Hey, you know what? Happens, doesn't it? Moving into a house, so I mean, it can't be that bad. I was in Japan with my girlfriend trying to find a present for her younger brother and decided on some small figurines. Did not expect to see Smut right from the start. And that's the thing, is in Japan, they do not care. Which is fine, I think, honestly. But yeah, you go to the wrong floor and suddenly you're seeing some wild stuff. Tyrannigal. Got my new phone, so I can post now. Here's my Hive Fleet name to be determined. I accepted suggestions from 7 months ago. I'm going to take a drink before I continue, because I have not had a drink all stream. And you too should hydrate. Delicious. I have 6 insurance waiting to be painted in the to-do pile. Ah, nice. Anyway, got a hobby 2021, but only started collecting about 2023. Currently going to go to LVO, see if I can pick up a Titan. Maybe some more bugs. Painting also TBD. Last photo is of my dog, Frex. The F is silent, so Rex. Interesting decision, but sure. Planet Side 2, what? I remember playing that. But very nicely painted Tyranids here, very nice. Very cool. Do like that color scheme, that's a cool color scheme. Nice and vivid. Very nice. Quite a lot of stuff there, but a lot of it's painted. Okay, not all of it's painted. Okay. There's a decent amount painted, and then there was this. I mean, it's not that bad. This one has fallen, apparently you're a Matthew McConaughey in Interstellar, and you have weird blurry vision because you're from the future. When you put it all on one shelf, it is quite a lot of unpainted, but it's not the worst. But it's all built, that's the main thing. Very nice. I spins doing your mum. Oh dear. What else we got going on here? Classic cat ear Razer headphones, nice. Then blues and pinks. This is streamer coded, a streamer coded image if ever I've seen it. This is an aspiring VTuber, guaranteed. Some Tau in there, interesting. And just a picture of a box of sprues. And the hidden Tyrannifex above the shelf. But pretty good overall. Sorry, I'm coughing again. Need more V-Hammerers? Oh, there's not. Oh, there's already too many. We need to have a fight to the death. Oh, we'll get the Paul Gut during his pile of shame. I don't know, at some point. But not now. Because I get to make fun of you. And I can feel like a hypocrite, but you can't know I'm a hypocrite. I'm just going to turn my light on real quick. Get a brief bit of small Paul there. Right. What a great name. Fallen down the stairs. Here's my pile of shame / setup submission. Normally the hobby mat goes on my main desk in front of my monitor. Construction cases have my brushes and tools, and the paint ones are double-sided. About 106 paints, all Citadel. Boxes and sprues are as follows. There's a massive list here. Of various things. And then I have a box of Intercessors, a Gladiator Victor at my parents' place, plastic crack number 1. Alright, let's have a look. Oh no, we're being out part of the stream, I'm yawning. Oh. Oh yeah, there was meant to be a dog in the previous one. Wait. That's photos of your dog Frax. Oh! It's not a dog, it's a... I get it. I was expecting a real dog and now I'm upset. Anyway, little drawing up there. Cool. Cool. Yeah, quite a lot of unpainted, but at least it's built. Your calendar, even that calendar is far behind because you submitted this in September 2025, so it's not that bad. Not March. Unopened boxes. Disgusting. It's guard as well. Why would you do that to me? Various things and stuff. They're the toolboxes of paints. And that's it. It's okay. It's pretty good. Not too bad. Thank you for the submission. Archdemon Wilhelm Ashpard. Posting here gave me the shame I needed to update my office space. Nice. There's a cone on the floor. I think we saw this one. Maybe we didn't see this one. It feels familiar, but maybe there's a lot of kind of this kind of similar corner setup that I've seen before. But pretty neat. Not too bad. Quite like it. Thank you for the submission. Doc, throwing my hat in for messy hobby spaces. There's one image. And it looks like the house isn't finished. The house is meant to be finished first before you move in. I mean, as far as mess goes, it's not that bad. I guess this is a basement. I make a joke, but this is probably a basement. This is like an old kitchen cabinet or whatever that they had spare. That, honestly, is pretty good. Like, not that much space. You got plenty of room. Like, the painting is you got a lot of painting going on, which is nice. A old big style TV, an old CRT style TV there. Airbrush over there. You know what? You even have a fire extinguisher. I would say this is decent. Just a US basement. I figured it would be, yeah. Alright. Crungulus. Most of the guys inside are tournament ready, but not finished. But they are inside a Mad Case 2.0 from table.stronghold.com. Which is slightly overhanging the edge. But that'll be fine, even if you drop it onto all of this crap down here. Your minis will be safe and secure, assuming you've magnetized them, which I assume you have. Based on the fact that I can see the telltale super glue residue with a small magnet hole. Oh dear. I mean, these are cool. This is Iron Warriors, most of it. Very cool Iron Warrior stuff. You got a bowl. Cool. That like a coffee grinder. Okay. This one, I got distracted by the Manco Super over Nintendo.com. But there's a few things to discuss on this one. Honey and a fork pointing that way, just kind of there. The bowl. This again, more gamer subs. What? So many people have gamer subs. I don't even know what it does. And then if that's for caffeine, then you're double caffeinating, and that's a bit much. Can't be doing that. You need to chill on the double caffeinated. Please treat your airbrush hose kinda. Oh yeah, that is a little bit. Ugh. Nick Fury. It begins. For full-on Raven Guard, Athan Sharn Eliminators, and 3 Raven Guard Combat Patrols, which I believe is JPI's an Invicta and something else. That's 3 Invictas there. That's gonna be a. This is. I've just realised this is in your car seats. At least put the seatbelt on. Come on now. It does indeed begin. I wonder how much stuff has been done since then. I guess we'll find out. Comrade Curse. Chat, is this shameful? I also have a Blight Hauler. What is happening in this photo? What is this? Like... Where have you taken this photo? I need more context. These are like fabric boxes. They're like fabric shoe boxes that you put stuff in. It's like 1, 2, 3. Not like that many boxes, but this is a weird... Lost or scrapped SML video iceberg director's cut. And he paints here, glue. Is this both a folding table and also with like a wood hopper? Okay, it's in what... Yeah, this is like for shoes normally. Or I guess for blankets. That is fine. You got like 5 boxes. You're doing fine. Chat, this is not shameful. We're good. Is the channel closed? Once I've got through this page, the channel will be open. There is not much left. And then you can rejoice that I will reopen the channel. Thoughts on the new Weird Boy model? I like it. I think it's really cool. Is this bad, lol? Doesn't look like the most comfy of chair. There's also just spray paint on the floor. But otherwise, no, that's not too bad. I like the super bright color scheme you're going for with the orcs. That looks fun. You killed the shit out of this sponge. Go for a sponge style. Very nice. That's the only image. That's not too bad. That was mini spec, by the way. I didn't even say their name. I apologize. Global Castle 95. This arguably has to be by far the worst setup ever. I have concerns. This is my biggest concern. Oh my god. A table... Listen. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, but a table does not cost much. And don't go around telling me that you can't afford a table. I reckon this, like these paints here, you could buy a table for these. They're like £2.50 each. That's like 10, 20, 30 quid here. You could buy a table with that. Then don't even look at this box. That's fucking... And then the combat patrol as well. Alright. One thing I will suggest. Obviously, you know, people buy a lot of models because, you know, they're on sale or whatever. But if you're going to buy models, before you buy a model, buy a table. Please. The carpet as well. Hey, at least I can't complain about the dust because I can't see it, but I imagine hoover that is going to be a nightmare. And also, at least it's not like proper, like grey carpet. You can kind of see the models, but it's not exactly a easy color to distinguish. That is something. Grey Zeta. Now, we've definitely seen this one before. Cleaned up my wall of shame. I think they just condensed it a bit because we have seen this one before. If you need this paint here, good fucking luck. Glitchy blackout. My pile of shame. I'm whittling away at it. But this bird is taking me a while. A few bits and bobs there. Paper plates. Very nice. What's this? What's this, like, walking Helmore thing? Oh, that's from the, there's like a... It's not the Wildwood. It was like the Grimwood or something. Is that what that's from? Maybe? That is a big bird. That's a big, big bird. Overall, not too bad. Gnarlwood, that's the one. Is it cleaned up? What was it like before? It's in one of the previous videos, I think. Saint Ash. I started a few months ago with the start of Tyranid Army and getting some for the mini of the month, but didn't think that was much of a pile of shame. Then I bought someone's collection last week, $400. Still no clue when I'm going to start painting. Alright, let's have a look. So, yeah, got some Gargoyles and Vashtor. Then Voltarian, got Death Guard. This is all Death Guard stuff. Then some Drukhari stuff over here. And a half-built Wraith. Okay, there's a lot of stuff going on here. Half-built Wraith is an unopened Wave Serpent. Cadians as well. That's a different thing. They're all unopened. That Void Raven Bomber. Oh my god. Okay, there's quite a lot going on here. Oh wait, I didn't notice the 2 Plagueburst Crawlers. Magnus and a Chaos Rhino. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. This is going to be another big one in it. Oh, those are the only 2 pictures. Okay, okay, it's not too bad. I guess if you bought it from someone... Well, someone's collection for 400. Unless there's more to it than that. Don't know about the price. Maybe it's not too bad. You think 1k Suns is a good starting army? If you enjoy it, then yes. But if you're just thinking about, like, oh, what army would be cool, you have other options. 1000 Suns is quite a difficult one to get into. They're quite difficult to play, and they are quite difficult to paint. But there are easier ways around it. You can do, like, the kind of dry brushed, like, stone automaton statue style, which is really cool. Ocean. 2024 Pile of Shame, all built except for the 500th store lieutenant. The Termi chaplain due to me wanting to keep them sealed. That's fine. Custom Black Templar chapter with 80% primed black, 2% fully painted, the other 18% unpainted and unprimed. Really wish I had the strength of will to push through and paint all my VT Marines. I get 1 to 2 models done a month. Also a tiny little Tau collection, all built and primed. No idea how I'm going to paint them. In the process of moving, and we'll sort all of my models for a 2025 Pile of Shame collection. This was in 2025. So I've quite new models and mods between then and now. This might have been an older picture. I mean, it might have been a very old picture because it's tiny. I mean, there's a few other unopened stuff there. Uh-oh. Go on Discord. Vote with me. It's difficult to see what's going on in these pictures because they are quite small. This is books. A lot of Horus Heresy books there, of it, and then also Pokemon cards and Magic cards. You have you're collecting all the hobbies. You also got this sound dampening stuff, and a large Star Destroyer, and a gun. We have our first gun of the day. We haven't had a gun in a while. There it is. We did it. More cards here as well. Ooh. I mean, to be fair, the stuff you do is really good. That's a cool model. Really nicely done. Love the eye glow. Excellent stuff. Thank you for your submission. I'm 13. I started this summer because I like wizards. Good old ruler cool. Then, yep. If it's ruler cool, then it works. Grant H. Here's my hobby space and Pile of Shame. Everything on top shelf are unbuilt kits. The middle shelf is from left to right. Miscellaneous hobby supplies. There's a bunch of stuff. Basically all hobby supply stuff and models that are built, primed, blah, blah, blah. The bottom shelf are my up next projects. Whilst what's on my desk is complete, the rolling drawers on the left and right sides of the desk are basic materials and various painting supplies. I split it boxes of armies with at least one fully painted and based mini. Look. Okay, hang on. Let me just double check that. Everything on the top shelf is unbuilt. Boy, howdy do I have some news for you. That's a lot of shit. Oh my god. And it's all various different armies as well. So what we got there? We've got Tau, Space Marines, and Space Wolves. I don't see another... Wait, is that a Blood Angels Terminator? Or a Dreadnought, sorry. Then you got Tyranids, got Chaos, more Space Marines, Dark Angels. Okay, there's a different sub thing. That Votan, I think. Or Tau. The second shelf is various, like, some built stuff. The Knight there at some point. There's the paint as well. TV. With just a stack of rhinos. Oh, that's funny. That is funny. Dear. Right, what's it? Alright, that's all the hobby setup. Not too bad. Pretty cool. Oh yeah, that chair. That chair is a classic chair. It's also like a classic table because there's a screw in it. Very solid hardwood table. Yeah, Votan, Seraphon, Blood Angels, Ultramarines, and Ultramarines. But we know there's Space Wolves on the horizon, and there's Dark Angels on the horizon. There's more stuff, more different Space Marines there. Here is my current Pile of Shame. Don't have anywhere to paint at the moment, so the pile keeps growing. The cupboard boxes are more Thousand Suns, Necrons, and an old unmade Dark Imperial box set. I'm also planning to paint them all heavy metal style, so this will take a while. That is going to take you a long time. Oh, good lord. I mean, that Manius Calgar is not even a thing anymore, unless that's the old one. Different heroes. God, that's fine cast stuff as well. Jesus. Real classic shit there. Ah, there was something over here that you had to block out. We see this. And over here as well. You've added blur. I'm not talking about the band. Hello. I thought you were wearing your headphones when you took this. I mean, very nicely painted Necrons, to be fair. That's really good paint. Love the Silent King there. You have a Tesseract Vault. I mean, the stuff you painted is really good. It's nice to see when like this stuff is painted. Centurions. We found them. Found the Centurions. 10 out of 10. You also have this guy. I kind of want to get this guy as a Mutalith Vortex Beast, but one like a proper Mutalith Vortex base, and then add some fancy stuff. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Various boxes of stuff. Just things and stuff. Yeah, the Necro Sphinx. The same stuff from a different angle? Yes. Just to make sure that we were serious. Alright, that is quite a lot to be fair. But the stuff you painted is really good. So at least the fact you have quite a lot of stuff, painted stuff already. Very nice. Blur is Tau. Barley 12. Hammer Turtle. Finally got almost everything to start. Finally getting into this damn hobby. It was darn hobby. I added the extra damn, that was my bad. We emptied out everything my father bought forever ago. The top stack is all the rest that he eventually wants to start. At the bottom is what I currently commandeered from him. Even if it's all old, I can build and start painting anyway. And get newer figures once I figured out what I actually want to play in terms of Space Wolves. Love your work, Paul. Thank you very much. Let's have a look. Bingo! Nicely laid out. Oh, there's also Stormclaw. There's some classic stuff here. Very nice.
Too much yawning.
Thank you. That's gonna wake me up. Yeah, it's gotten to the point of the stream where I start yawning. I need to probably not stream this late. But, you know what? Live and learn. Well, we don't learn, we just live. We live, we don't learn. Oh, you got these things that you put on... Do you put them on, like, the little pads and then you, like, iron it? Is that what they were for? Yeah, I used to do that as a kid. Limited edition exclusive. All towel stuff up there. Very nice. Nice and neat, and doesn't look like too much. All classic, cool, old stuff. That was fun. Lad, turn it down. I can't remember how, but also it's funny. Loud noise equal funny. That's the rules. Here is my hobby setup. That shot glass... Oh, sorry, this from I'm in your walls. Here's my hobby setup. That shot glass is used for cool bits I want to use for kit bashing. The Smurf cup is for paint water. And I'm not explaining the presence of the kitchen knife. That sounds ominous. No pile of shame, as I'm too poor to have one. Everything not on my desk is in that drawer. That is just kind of ominous. What's more ominous is this. I don't know why, but this face next to this knife feels wrong. Nicely painted stuff, though. Very nice. And then a drawer of things with, like, knocked over bits and bobs. What's with the... What are these? Are these paints? Would I, like, paint pigments or something? Who knows? Very nice. Evil Fuzzy Doom is okay at painting. Does this count, or do I have to get all the minis out? Let's have a look. That's a lot of models. 2,375. Good lord. I mean, most of it is assembled, and half of it's painted, so... Fair. And that was just... We had the app named previously, I can't remember what it was. But without any actual pictures, I'm going to assume you're lying. Razza119. Here's my pile of shame that my mate Fletcher made me share. Ignore the bottles in the kitchen floor. I try throwing them into the bin from my chair in the living room. 2 in and 2 missed today. No, I'm not going to ignore this. We're going to address the elephant in the room. Go pick it up or put the bin there. Because also that's a washing machine. Anyway, you got a lot of unopened shit. Unopened Centurions is the worst.
I have an army theme, Star Hornets. Now should it be Jump Marines, Eldar jet bikes, Tau suits, or Tyranid flying things? Also taking ideas.
Thank you for the £5, Ivy. The answer is all of them. They're all called the Star Hornets. So the story is basically they all independently named themselves the Star Hornets, and then they all met up and were like, "Oh shit, one of us is gonna have to change." Speaking of having to change, you're gonna have to change this. Hopefully, within the past 7 months, this is no longer a travesty of 6 Centurions unpainted. Oh, not even unpainted, unbuilt and unopened. Someone pointed out based, which I think is the Raymond Gar thing. Which is based, but also not based. This is unbased. We call that. Kudino started with the start of September after playing Rogue Trader and reading Eisenhorn. Starcom Patrol is for my Advents calendar. The second picture is my hobby table at the moment. I got some Pure Agents stuff and Tau. You must not like yourself. Oh dear. Sponge. And just various little bits. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Not much to share, but thank you for sharing it. Rob Shaw. Okay, there's stuff going on. Clothes on the chair. This is a classic situation of, I bet this is in a bedroom where that stuff goes on the bed, and then when you sleep, it goes on the chair, and then when you sit, it goes on the bed. Got some sort of weird, terrible model case that we don't want to talk about. Looks like got a lot of stuff painted. I can't tell by the blur. I mean, just like you put this in a blur box anyway. It's like in a lock box, but that's World Eaters up there with Angron. Where's the focus on this? I think the focus is like here. It's so blurry. I'm gonna have to. That one's better. And look, I predicted perfectly. This is a bed, isn't it? This is where the clothes go when they're not on the thing. Classic Tesco's bag. Color chart. Yeah, various things. All the painted models. Still a bit blurry, but you know what? I'm not gonna hold that against you. 2 very different lighting setups, even though it's the same thing. I guess you turn the lights on here. Yeah, the lights are off, lights are on. Fair enough. Maybe a submission. Next we have Junk Mod. Hey, my favorite part of the hobby is the building parts, and not much unopened stuff. Fair enough. You're building some wraiths, which sounds like a nightmare, but you got one of them Age of Sigmar dragons. Ooh, very nice. I love the scheme on the Necrons. Very cool. Very nice stuff. Oh yeah, you got a Magcase 2 overtail.stronger.com, and then you got this shit we were going to talk about. Yeah, really nicely painted. I love that blue. Really vivid. And the Song of Ice and Fire tabletop minigame. More Necrons. And some Chaos Demons. I think that's like Corn Demon things. And then this app, which I can't remember the name of. Quite a lot of miniatures in that app. Thank you for your submission. Everyone's using this app. There's another one here. Eclipsed Vision. No pile of shame here. I'm far too broke to have too many minis lying around. That said, after spending 7 hours in a beanbag hunched over my minis, my knees have seen better days. For the record, I live alone, so my complete conversion of my coffee table into hobby space does not impede anyone. The beanbag. The beanbag is. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. The beanbag is unacceptable. You need to look after your body. And this is coming from me. Also, I like your Wiimotes over there. Yeah, I can't remember what this app is called. Someone might know it in the thing. I know it's only for iPhones, I think. I don't think there was an Android version, at least last time we did it. Lord Luna 132. Here's my current Necron collection. Remember the white casket? It's fully painted now. I'm gonna be honest, I don't. I don't remember. Another cool color scheme. Might be even the very similar color scheme, but very cool. Love that blue and gold. That's a rooty sooty point and shooty. That's it. And the final one, final pile of shame from last year, which will finally allow me to open up, is Necron Supremacist. Funny because this is orcs. Hello, Paul. I was weak. It happened again about this October. I got 2.3k of orcs for a future project. Wrapped things are 3 megadobs and some orc commandos. Good lord. You went hard on this, didn't you? Good golly gosh. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. 2 kill rigs and a battle wagon. Insane. Insane stuff. Alright. If you want to submit, then I need to do a thing. I believe is... Go into the settings. Permissions. The pile of shame submissions on my Discord is open. If you would like to submit your piles of shame, go onto my Discord. There should be links in the description of this, and you can go and do that. And I will then review some in the future. How long will it be open? Who knows? Will there be a countdown? There is no countdown. You just got to go straight in there. Axie's already in there. Axie was well prepared, which is very cool. So everyone get excited. Let's get excited. And whilst we do that, we are going to look at what's going on here. Ooh. Let's Game It Out is streaming. I haven't seen him stream for a while. Let's go raid him. Why not? If you're over on Twitch, let's go raid Let's Game It Out. If you're over on YouTube, we're going to go to Liam Dempsey, as always. But that is the end of the stream. Thank you very, very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I'll like, comment, subscribe, all the usual stuff. And I will see you next time. Hopefully it won't be as long as normal, but we'll see. Alright. See y'all later.